Hey everyone, it's Jessica here with another layout for Spiegel Mom's Scraps. You can use my code Jessica15 in the shop to save 15%. Today I have chosen this little geotag cut file by Pear Tree Cut Files. I manipulated it a little bit to cut out the middle. It had a design in the middle, but I just wanted the main geotag, so I just cut that part off and I distressed the edges of it. I'm using a Hip Kit Club kit today from one of the previous months. It's just from the past couple months, like June or July from this year, and I have just chosen a couple of the pattern papers here. I'm gonna actually map my photo a few times with some of the patterns from the collection, and then I'm gonna create a little shaker pocket in this little geotag with the sequins. So I have some clear acetate here that I'm just cutting down. I'm not super particular about the shape, just make sure that it covers that circle window so that you have good coverage for your shaker pocket. I'm pulling out some of the easy tear tape from the Spiegel Mom shop, and I'm just going to run this around my circle here so that I have a little base to attach my clear acetate sheet to. So I'm just peeling off the backing here, and then I'm just going to go ahead and stick that clear sheet down, and then I'm going to cut another one out to create the actual pocket, and I'm just wiping this down to get any fingerprints off of there. So I have my little shaker pocket started here, and normally I would pop this up in between the layers with some of the Big Mama foam tape because it's 3D foam, so it creates a nice little area in the middle there for movement of the shakers or your sequins. But I'm going to actually do some sewing on this, so I didn't want anything too thick, and I'm going to have plenty of movement with this. I'm not worried about it, but I'm just adding another layer of that easy tear tape in between these. So I'm not going to have a lot of movement like I normally would if I would have popped this up, but I'll have some still, and I wanted it to remain fairly flat. So I'm just using my spoon from the shop to spoon out some of those sequins into the middle of my shaker, and then I just adhered down my other second little shaker window with that clear acetate. I'm going to go ahead and stick that down on my layout. I wanted to go in the middle, nothing crazy, but I wanted to do that machine stitching around there. So I just ran that through my stitching machine, my sewing machine there, to get all of the outlines of my cut file sewn onto the paper. So I just lightly adhered that with my ATG gun real quick. I've got some border dies here by Spellbinders. These are my favorite ones from another shop, and I love these and I use them a lot on my layout. So I just cut one out on my Big Shot machine and just applied that to the right side of my photo. I've got all these beautiful embellishments from this hip kit, and I'm going to start with these letters to create my title, which is just going to say Lockdown Adventures. It's a long one, but I wanted it to say Lockdown Adventures because this is actually during COVID times and when it first started back in 2020, and we were going for lots of walks and my husband was off work. I was still on maternity leave at the time, so it was a very weird, strange time that I've been putting off scrapbooking, but I am finally getting to these and trying to document these memories to get it into my finished books. So I'm going to tuck that little tag there at the top and just add some embellishments to this to finish this one off. And I'm going to pop some music in here, and I will stop back in at the end and show you the finished layout. here's my finished layout. I added lots of journaling there to tell the story of what's going on at this time frame, and some doodling around the edges, and there's all those beautiful sequins in the middle of my shaker. If you guys enjoyed this process today, and as always, I'll link everything below, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!